And again, thank you to Johnny for Alan for taking the time to create this template for us that we can start utilizing across most of our meetings. So a big thank you there. He's also been the one who's created most of our social medias, and he has also created this PowerPoint, and he's also editing our YouTube videos and posting our YouTube videos as well. So huge thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And we will also still be sending out the normal agenda that we normally send out. Unfortunately, our secretary had a bit of an incident with a deer this morning, and so she's preoccupied at the moment, but she will be sending out the agenda like we normally do. We still need to create those just because that also tracks our attendance and if we have any proxies for voting or anything like that. Okay, our agenda today. The attendance, we will let her know. I kind of took a glance at who we had here. There's no voting today, so there'll be no proxies required. We'll also be going over our upcoming events, treasury reports, student scholarships, the IT Excellence Award, golf outing, fall conference, and questions. I know it looks like a pretty large agenda, but a few of these will be fairly quick and won't take up too much time. So it's not as bad as it looks. For our upcoming events, our next event coming up is the Student Scholarship Award. That has closed on voting. We'll go over more detail of each of these once we get to the slides for each one, but just an overview. So we will be going over the Student Scholarship Award. Our next event after that is the IT Excellence Award. We are hoping to possibly do a summer get-together, barbecue or something along those lines still. That we were also contemplating on doing the IT Fun and Games where we do the virtual Kahoot type game quiz show thing. We'll have to see how that I didn't put that on this calendar yet because we barely talked about it, and this summer get together may actually take its place instead in doing that, so we can put all our focus into that instead. We're also still planning on doing our golf outing, and then of course our fall conference. So up next is our treasury report. I don't know, Jeremy, if you had the opportunity to get any of that around, or if you want to just give a brief. Okay, I'll go ahead and pass it on to you. You can just share your screen if you want to, if there's anything you need to share, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so we've switched to a single, the annual view, like more like I guess a CFO would want to see. And we get all our roll-ups every month. And in April, the standard stuff came down. We've always got VETH and StorageSense, and we've got some common miscellaneous items, as well as some Amazon purchases and whatnot that we need to do just to operate. And then GoDaddy has a standard 2 charges a month that we see. So it was like a $604 a month last month. We're sitting at $17,357 total across checking, savings, and petty cash.
Perfect.
Thank you. And it's also important to note that we are, I'm going to be having a conversation with StorageSense regarding our $107 for our storage unit. That is a bit high, as I'm sure most of you are probably thinking that if you were looking at that. It is definitely high for what we're paying for. So we are going to look to either move from StorageSense or get a lower value for that. Also, the VETH consulting will be going away here very shortly. That is tied into our old website. Of course, we have some odds and ends that we need to make sure that we are tailoring up, such as making sure that we have all of our old documents and information, photos and whatnot that we get from there first. And once we are completely done and we know that we're completely done with the website, we will then go ahead and remove. So that'll be another charge that's coming off right now. It's just unfortunately it is an unnecessary. It is a necessary thing that we're going to have to do for now. Let me go ahead and get my presentation back up here. And so yeah, we'll be a couple of those we're going to be lowering those charges. And then yeah, we did have a couple one-off charges on the Amazon things because we were purchasing a hard drive, and there was a couple other things that we had to get for. I think I needed some ink for our MISA printer for the stuff we print for MISA.
So to have it, I don't have an annual task list this year yet, but as we've discussed previously, we wanted to move to QuickBooks Online. So I've started looking into that. And also it's worth noting that I went back through the 3 years and so last year we broke the 50,000 barrier by quite a bit. I think we were at like 67K. And that would normally put us in a new category where our taxes get slightly more complex. But how it works is that's a 3-year average. So the previous 2 years we were recovering from COVID. They're not anywhere near that, right? So they're going to spread out across 3, and that'll leave us in that lower tax responsibility bracket. It's not funds, it's just how we have to file. So it'll keep us down there for a little bit longer. But awesome to the crew because we really blew away previous years, and it shows, growth in the organization. This is what we want and expect, right?
Well, my question that I had with that was, how long is it just at any period of time? Because keep in mind, a lot of those funds were for the fall conference. So almost all of that immediately went back to Crystal Mountain. So I think when it was all said and done, after we paid everything out to them, we ended up with maybe 20,000 left. Might have been a little around.
That's about right. Yeah. So I had the same conversation. I've already started talking with a tax professional. So just to make sure, because I wanted to make sure our 501c3 is solid, but there's no risk there. I've been filing all those updates for a couple of years with no peer review. So with no significant peer review, so I wanted to make sure that was good. And our 3-year, with the numbers from last year, those were high. So it warranted, again, a conversation around there's a threshold here that I see coming, and I want to understand it better. So I've already started talking with them, and they also said we should do the QuickBooks Online. That aware of that and trying to make sure. She was the one that informed me that we spread it across 3 years regardless. She did say that for the most part, the funds that we're taking in that are directly related to our conference, it's just about a quantity, and that she's going to spread it over 3 years, and then we will look at what happens in 4 and 5 here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind and seeing if things get a little more complicated. My apologies, Jeremy.
No worries. I just think that we need, getting a good stamp of approval from a pro is excellent for the organization every couple of years at the very least. Honestly, I'd like to move to them doing ours if we move to the next level, but for now, I don't think that's necessary. So yeah, just want to put a stamp on it in 2025 that everything's on the up and up. If Jeremy's not treasurer next year, I can hand a good folder to somebody and they've got everything they need.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, our next topic is the Student Scholarship Awards. Doesn't look like Kristen was able to join us today, so I know, Mike, you've been working with her on that. I'll go ahead and pass it off to you. I do have some talking points here to help, and then you can just kind of whatever else you want to share.
Sure.
So there you go.
Yep. Applications are closed. We had 7 applicants. The voting closes at 1 o'clock today. Please get them in. We've got currently 9 responses, and it's very, very, very close.
Point of clarification on that in regards to voting, that is board members only. Standing members are not allowed to vote. This is a board member vote only.
Yes. I'd like to possibly announce the 3 winners, not in any order, at the end of this meeting, because it's all automated. And
I'm sorry, I thought will that not be secret till the 3rd? We're going to go ahead and announce them now and just celebrate.
We're going to announce 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But we're going to announce the names of the 3 winners.
Okay.
We're not going to announce who won.
Oh, I thought you said that the voting was until 1 o'clock today. So
no, it's due by 1 o'clock today.
Well,
how?
Yeah, I don't know their names. I only know 1 through 7.
Did everybody vote?
Not
Michael?
yet.
We're missing
No.
a few.
Okay, then we can't announce it until they.
No,
vote.
Right. That's
Yeah,
why we were
that's
saying
what
we were gonna
my
wait.
question was.
And Kathy,
I've
is
got-
that you that joined externally?
Yeah.
I see it.
Oh.
I don't know who that is on the external phone line. That might be Doug.
That's me. That's Rich.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so yeah, she was gonna try to join. I was just
Okay.
curious if she had it, because I know that we had left her off of the, that's something else, Kristen, we need to update. I need to update on mine too. Make sure that we add Kathy Reed to the board communications. And she is the new secretary stepping in.
Okay. Yes.
We Mike did forwarded it to her, but I know she's been dealing with the deer stuff, so.
Oh,
All right, Mike, I'll let
Okay.
you go ahead. And
I
continue.
did post the where to go to vote. Just click on the submit your vote here.
Yep, and then just to clarify again, for the announcement of the winners, when we announce, we're not going to announce who got first, second, or third. We're only going to announce the top three, and it'll be in no particular order. And then we do not reveal the winners until the actual award ceremony. They won't know then either if they got first, second, or third.
Correct.
That's the only other slide I had for student scholarship. Is there
Um,
anything else?
Nope. The awards ceremony is going to be Tuesday, June 3rd at the Records Building. It's over by the airport. We'll get out directions in that. I encourage everyone to try and attend. We want to show our winners that we are a legitimate organization and have a good showing.
Trying to show our support as members. We will be providing lunch as well. And we will be hosting this on Teams as well for those who do want to attend, who can attend in person. But again, we do strongly recommend that you RSVP with us if you do want to, and try to attend in person if you can. I don't know how many people that meeting room can hold, but I think it's quite a few. So.
Yeah, it's large. We can hold probably 40 plus.
40
Oh,
plus,
let's
yeah.
fill it.
So, yeah, that would be great if we could fill it. I know typically you got the three people that are the winners, so it's those three. Then they usually bring at least one other parent, if not two. I think we average maybe 15 to 20 people that attend. That's including board members. So if we could, I know we have a larger board this year, so that may take up more. But if you could definitely please try to attend in person, show your support, especially if you're in the area that day. It is on a Tuesday. So I don't know. Most people I think work in the Lansing area, so it wouldn't be too far. It is during lunchtime from 12 to 1. So if you can, please try to attend, show your support. If not, pop in on Teams. We'll have it there as well. This will also be recorded and put on YouTube again. Anything else with the Student Scholarship Award, Mike or Kristen?
Nope.
And it's worth mentioning that
No.
Kristen is the chair and Mike is the co-chair of the Student Scholarship Committee. And I would like to say again, thank you to both of you for the work that you've done in the committee. And there's a lot of work that goes involved in the background in terms of coming up with the location for everything. And thank you, Rich, again, for offering that for us this year to do it at. And they do a lot of redacting. When they send out for the voting, they're the ones who manage everybody, making sure that they meet the requirements to even be considered. They redact all the documentation. We try to do our best to try to keep it as unbiased as possible when it comes to the voting. So when us as board members get the voting for each student, they're just student 1, student 2, or applicant 1, applicant 2, that type of thing. And names are redacted, sex is redacted. We try to redact what school it's from, that type of thing. So it's as unbiased as possible. So they have to go through all that work first before we even get to vote. So thank you to both of you for all the hard work. Okay, up next is the IT Excellence Award. Rich is our, DeMello is our committee chair for that. So Rich, I do have a couple of I have a PowerPoint here, or a slide for you just as reference, and if anything else you want to touch on, I'll go ahead and let you take the floor.
I can't see.
Oh,
the
you are on the
PowerPoint.
phone, aren't you? Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm staring at my phone hard. So we
can't-
do
yeah.
actually, we do have one person who has actually already submitted for this. And thanks to Doug and Jonathan, we've definitely gotten the word out. We did the mass email, and I believe Jonathan's also done some social media posts. So we're definitely excited. I'm hoping we'll get a few more submissions. It'd be great to have. I'd settle for 7. As you know, as it gets closer. But yeah, it's actually going real well. I'm excited. I feel like it has stepped up again this year from last year. Last year was really about improving the form. This year, thanks to Jonathan, it's improved look and feel of everything, and for Doug for the mass email. So I feel like this year we're improving getting the word out. So pretty exciting.
And I do have the URL here to take you directly to the ITX page, the IT Excellence Awards page on our website. That'll give you the requirements. There is one caveat to mention. As of yesterday, I don't know if there were some changes on SOM's end or what had happened, but our website is being blocked if you're on the SOM network. When you go to the website, a lot of the images and things will not load, and none of our downloads that are available will load if you're on the VPN on the SOM network. So if you're having that issue, you'll need to make sure you're off of the SOM VPN, SOM network, and on a personal device in order to work. I believe Megan Scott, who's our website admin, was going to put some sort of a splash ban or something to give everybody a heads up for now. We're working on trying to resolve that, but that started yesterday.
Yeah, if you're off network and you just disable your VPN, the images and stuff load down fine. Either SOM decided to start blocking the image hosting / content hosting through GoDaddy, or GoDaddy switched content hosts. I can't say I was paying that much attention to like the secondary domains. But in either case, like, I can already foresee it being a long uphill battle to get like a domain that's not impacting anyone's work or any real functionality unlocked for the entire state. I'm just going to put a banner in that says turn your VPN off or access this from your phone.
Yeah. So I just want to bring that to everyone's attention. And for those of you who aren't familiar, the IT Excellence Award is an award that we give out to individuals and teams. Sometimes they can be one of the same. So you could nominate an individual who put in an outstanding effort that you'd like to recognize as part of a IT project. Or it can also be, you could also nominate an entire team for that as well. So we ask that if you can, and again, our only requirements are that it does have to be an IT related project that benefits the residents of the state of Michigan. It does not have to be a state of Michigan government proper project. It can be from a school, it can be from a local government, it can be so education, any other nonprofits, as long as it directly benefits the residents of the state of Michigan, and it happened within the last calendar year. It completed within the last calendar year. It can't be an active project, it has to be a completed project. And then we do a similar award ceremony that we do with the Student Scholarship Awards. We actually give out plaques and an actual award. And so we do, we try to, again, do our little part that we can. And then we give a small award for the individual, and then we give a team group award for the team so that you guys can celebrate and have a lunch or something, celebrate your guys' achievements. It's our small way of being able to give back and say thank you for everything, the contributions that you make to the state of Michigan. The deadline for that, again, is June 2nd. And that will also be held. I don't have the day off the top of my head of when it's actually being held, but it's at the same location over there at the records. Is there any other comments or questions regarding the IT Excellence Award before we move on? Okay. This is going to be brief. We are still in the midst of planning a golf outing. Andrew is here. So Andrew Branch is our chair for the golf outing. As of now, all I know is that we are still in the planning phase. Date and location is still coming. We're shooting for probably August, September sometime. Andrew, did you have anything you'd like to share with that? Anything that you've been working on or any updates?
Yeah, I've reached out to more than a few different courses. Planning on having a meeting soon to talk about the pros and cons of what these courses are willing to provide. I'm still waiting on a couple responses before I set up the next meeting where we can hopefully weigh out all these options and get a final decision in on where we're going to have this and when, hopefully.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
so that's still
Brad.
a work in progress. Yeah,
Can I go back to the IT Excellence real quick?
sure.
Just for a point of clarification, it's a project that closed in 2024, not within the last calendar year. So it has to have closed by December 31st, 2024.
All right. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. I know we've had a lot of interest in the golf outing. People have been asking me about it. We didn't get a chance to do one last year. We weren't able to secure the location in time. So we weren't able to do it, unfortunately. And I know COVID had put a squash on some of that. And luckily, we have the ability to do it again this year. So we're planning on getting that done. All right, up next, probably the chunk and meat of everything is the fall conference. As we're aware, that is going to be hosted in Crystal Mountain Resort in Thompsonville, Michigan. That'll be Thursday, November 13th and Friday, November 14th. Same location that we held it at last year for those who were able to attend. Registration is now open. You can go to our website, mymisa.org. This is the direct link that'll take you there. If you go into the events area and then go to conference, you'll see at the top, we tried to separate it, make it a little less confusing for which is the registration for normal attendees and which are the registrations for the sponsorship levels. So hopefully that's more clear and concise for you guys. Just a heads up, we are using we're not using VETH anymore for the registration, so it's going to look a little different. And we do mention that in the website as well. When you go to the registration page, it is going to, and you click on that, it is going to redirect you to an external website called QGive. That is the website that we're using to take the payments and do the registration. The total amount for the full package this year will be $550. And that includes the hotels for Wednesday and Thursday night. That includes your breakfast and lunches for Thursday and Friday. That also includes the access to the conference for all day Thursday and all day Friday, as well as our Thursday night networking event. That's all included. And you also get a couple drink tickets for the Thursday night event. And as per usual, for those of you who are aware, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night dinners are all provided on your own. We do not provide dinners. There are some on-site options, and there are a few local restaurants that will be available as well that are within a mile or two from the venue. So there'll be lots of options. One other thing is, again, this registration closes on Wednesday, October 22nd. We are not offering any early bird prices this year. It's just $550 flat across the board. And we were doing our best to not have to increase the prices for you guys at all. They did increase the room rates a little bit from last year. And our way of trying to cope with that was to just do the flat $550, not do any early birds at all. That should help us kind of compensate for the raise in prices on that. And again, we do ask for we did some thorough testing with the registration on the new QGive website, and it's been very positive feedback from everybody who tested. Seems to be a lot more concise, a lot easier. You do not have to use PayPal at all. You can use your bank account, direct payment through your bank account, or you can use any debit or credit card. So we won't have a lot of the hiccups and problems that we had with the PayPal issues. So you should notice a much smoother transition from last year to this year in terms of registering and making payments. And of course, if you ever have any questions, you can always reach us at fallconference@mymisa.org. You can also visit You can always, you reach out to any of us individually as well. If you have any questions, we're always more than welcome to answer any questions you may have. We are still working on the swag and things like that. That's just kind of a brief update on the inside workings of the planning for the conference. This is also to share with some of our members. So the way that we work is we split up into committees. And so not every board member is part of the committee. And we even have some standard members who are part of the committee as well. While we've been well in the planning stages of this and we've had several meetings, if anybody else that's here is interested in joining the committee, you can reach out to us either by the fall conference email or reaching out to any of us directly and letting us know that you'd be interested in joining the committee. We can start getting you added to the planning meetings that we do every couple of weeks. But we were currently working on discussing on the swag. We won't really give any details on that because we want it to be a surprise for our members when they see what we do. For those of you who are aware who went last year, instead of just doing the tote bags that we normally do every year, we switched it up and we did a backpack. We're trying to get more stuff that people might find useful instead of just, e-waste and different things like that or end up in a drawer. So we're trying to get more useful things for you guys. So that's our attempt. We're trying to do that every year. So new surprises for that. We are in the process of choosing what we're doing for breakfast and lunches. We also have our sponsorships are available for registration as well. So if you work with any sponsors who you think might be interested in sponsoring with us for the conference, we have very competitive pricing and they can visit the MISA website as well under the events and conference. You scroll down, you'll see the section for the sponsors that also lists all the different levels for the conferences for the sponsorships as well. But feel free to give them the fall conference at mymisa.org email, or they can reach out to myself or Mike or Chris or anybody else on the board if they have any questions. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions they may have. We've added some new things to the sponsorship levels this year, so we're giving even more benefit for some of the levels than we've had in years past, and we did not raise the sponsorship pricing at all. So it's pretty good value, especially for those who have done it before. They understand the benefit. And then we also have for the activities for the conference this year. As we're aware, there was not because of the November timeframe. It's too late for fall colors. It's too early for skiing because it is a ski resort. So there's not as much to do as we would like. But we did talk to them on Wednesday afternoon. We don't have the exact details of what time it's going to be available yet. But for those who are interested in doing a little driving range / putting, they will have their driving range open for us. And in the putting area as well. They will not be able to do the entire course, unfortunately, but for those who want to come out and hit a few balls, that will be available for you Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening before
Free of charge.
Free of charge. It is no additional charge. Yes, that is correct.
There's a few questions here. Is there an attendee limit for the conference?
Yes, we set it at 89, Mike. I can't remember the limit.
That's what our limit right now is, but we can probably increase that to 100, 120. That is the off time of the year.
Yeah.
For Crystal. So under contract, we have 89 rooms.
Okay. But I was talking about conference space itself, right? In the conference room. I mean, obviously it's not unlimited, right? So do we know what that limit is? And that's what I understand there's a room thing, but people could drive in or go somewhere else, right? That's what I was kind of wondering.
Yeah. I can tell you in a second. I've got
I want to say it was like 150 or so.
Okay.
It was quite.
Because I'm socializing it and we want to build, and I'd hate to, if we,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And there are I only mentioned the full package, but there are other package options for those who just need conference only, or only one night hotel. There are options in there to do that as well.
Yep.
If need be. Because we do understand that not everybody's going to do the full package. And thank you, Johnny. Johnny, we did do an email blast out to previous attendees / members And then we have Doug Tran, who's our chair for the outreach committee, has been doing a great job trying to communicate out to other outreaches and things like that. We also have some plans. Johnny's been working on potential we're doing some media outreach also to try to get with local news stations and radio and stuff like that to potentially start advertising some of our stuff as well to try to branch out to outside of our norms to drive in more members.
I just looked it up. It's 160.
160 for the room we're in. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sounds about
that's every table full. So we wouldn't have as much room at each table. I think we had 8 last year and the tables were for 10.
And they were fairly spread apart. Yeah.
Yeah. Scott's got his hand up too.
Yeah, just back to my question on the website. Do we need to create an account, or did they get transferred over, or what's the status on that?
Megan, I will defer to you because correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't our conversation and our plan to just have everybody re-register as new members to clear up the old database? Because I know we had a lot of old and irrelevant members on the old database where we were kind of leery about just copying over.
Well, we can send an email blast out to people and asking that they register, because essentially we have email records, but those are not tied to logins. They're just emails. So whenever we do tell people at a point, then they can go in and they can register. The only thing holding that up is a final decision on what form solution we want to go with ultimately. So I got to make a final meeting with Brad because I've come up with a list of pros and cons across 3 different solutions for that. And it's not a very cut and dry answer, honestly. There is no clear winner to that, but going off on a tangent.
So don't create an account yet. That's what you're saying.
Don't create an account
yeah.
yet. There's no point ultimately. Like we have the user email list, and only when it's ready, should we be asking people to create those accounts. Because like the only benefit is they get to see the members area and choose what email communications they want to opt into. And the members area would be a list of forms, and like that's it. And those forms right now don't link anywhere. So
yeah, because we are, so in full transparency to our intentions are for the members, we are going to start doing member only area where that's where the registration will be behind. So in order to be, or like when you want to sign up for the conference, you're supposed to be a member now because we got rid of the member and non-member pricing. So you'd have to sign up as a member to even see and register. Also, we were looking at having some maybe trainings that we would, I know that a lot of them will probably be publicly available training sessions, but we would curate those for you and put lists for if you're interested in doing free trainings that are available or discounted trainings, also other discounts that we may be getting offered from other places. There's different hiring agencies that we partner with that are willing to offer job listings, things like that. That would all be behind that wall. That members wall. So we just don't have any of that built out right now, but yeah, we're keep an eye out on your emails and things. We will be sending out communications once we're ready to register as a new member for the new website. And Johnny did post on there too that we do have an email blast that went out and a form that you can sign up if you're interested in getting our newsletters and temporarily registering that you're interested in registering as a member. But as Megan alluded to, we can put you in as a member database, but we can't sign you up at get you a login for the new website. You'll have to do that yourself when the time comes.
Sounds good.
And Scott, to touch on your other comment about rolling down the mountain, you'll have to walk up though, because the ski lifts are down. So sure, go for it, but you have to walk up.
Can't we use a tow rope?
Nope.
Sure.
They're down too. They have to be inspected by the state, and that's their maintenance time.
Yeah,
I've walked up that main hill. It is a bit of work.
Yeah.
You definitely get your steps in, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Maybe
Anybody else
karaoke.
I want to interject though a comment real fast. It's not quite relevant to what we're talking about, but the website in general. I don't think I've had everyone here to formally acknowledge this yet. The email issues that we were experiencing for a long time have been addressed, at least in testing. We haven't done a mass one yet, but we've done dozens and they've all been working thanks to Chuck Seaton, who was a recommended contact from Tammy Z. So thank you so much, Tammy. I was looking for help with that for, oh my God, it felt like a year.
I'm cheering for you.
Yes, big thank you.
Gotta write the right person, get the right person, the right questions here at SOM. So it was you and Chuck.
Yeah, and thank you again, Megan, for heading that. I know there was a lot of back and forth you dealt with before Chuck and after Chuck, and you guys working that out and figuring that out. So thank you for going through that. Do we have any other questions regarding the fall conference? Okay, and I'll just say one other thing. Just keep an eye out on your emails and things because we will be sending out communications with the fall conference updates and the ITX Award and everything else we're doing as well. So if you aren't yet, feel free to use that link that Johnny posted there to get signed up for our newsletters. That way you don't miss anything if we do have anything else, because we try to stay away from just doing generic member email blasts from like my account. Okay, and I know it's misleading. There are not 34 total slides. We are actually almost done, believe it or not. Our new social medias, again, as I mentioned, big thank you again to Johnny. He put most of these together. I know Kristen, we updated, if you were a member of our Facebook, we had a Facebook group, but we've transferred over to an actual Facebook page. So if you have not started following that, please find us at mymisa.org on Facebook now. We do a lot of posts there. New accounts that we have now that we didn't have before. We have a new LinkedIn account. You can find us at MyMISA. We also have Instagram as well. Same thing, MyMISA.org. X, formerly Twitter. We're on there as MyMISA.org as well. And YouTube. Right now we only have the one video of the Lunch and Learn that we had with Dell. So if you weren't able to be there for that, you can go over to our YouTube to watch that as well. And that's at MyMISA_IT. You can find us there, follow us there. And then we will also be posting our monthly membership meetings, our awards and other things that we can, and promotional items. We'll be putting videos up there as well. So lots of socials for you guys to follow us on if you want to keep up to date on what we have going on. We're trying to just get more relevant and more modern with all of our communications. So we've got all that stuff going on now. And that was a big undertaking for Johnny too, I know. And again, a huge thank you for that. And then again, this is, we're getting here towards the end. Again, our main contact for any questions, you can reach us at contact@mymisa.org. Our website is mymisa.org. The old website is still up and running. However, please keep in mind that we don't update that one anymore. So if you end up going to misasom.org, that is our old website. Our current new website is mymisa.org. And again, a big, huge thank you to our current corporate sponsors, Checkpoint and Lumen, for your sponsorship with us last year with the conference. That sponsorship carries over until about a month out from our new conference. We've already gotten great replies from sponsors already for the conference coming up. And so we look forward to partnering with our new sponsors here in the very near future. And we'll update those on our websites as well. It's worth mentioning too, if any of you know of any local businesses that would be interested in being a small sponsor for us for the conference or anything else for that matter, because we're going to be doing possibly the if we do the summer get together, we could use a sponsor who would be willing to sponsor some food or, pay for the food or sponsor some food so we can do a nice, barbecue or some or food, for that. or events or, any other activities that they want to sponsor for that. And then also what we started doing last year with the conference was getting small donations of $20 or more from local businesses as a way to help add to the raffle so that we can raffle out those as well. So if there's any small businesses that you know of that would be interested in sponsoring us again this year, we're always looking to get those local sponsors as well.
Hey, I forgot, do we have a spreadsheet or a sheet going that has the local businesses? It seems like we did, but I forget.
Yes. I'll send you guys the link on an internal link later. Because it's not a public thing, so I don't want to post it here. But well, they wouldn't be able to get to it anyways. Non-member or non-board members wouldn't be able to get to it anyways. But I'll put it in a board member only. That we have from last year.
Pete Ekman had a question or something you want to propose to the group at the end of the meeting, since we're close to the end here.
Okay.
Thanks, Jonathan. Good afternoon, everyone. If anyone has known me, and Rich has known me the longest, almost 20 years. I coach high school robotics, and I didn't know, but I believe in the only stupid questions I want not asked. If MISA has ever sponsored a high school robotics team like mine. We are a 501c3, just like you guys are. So everything that we utilize is donated to us by sponsors. Our school system does not provide any funds to us to run our team. So I figured I'd ask the question.
We have not in the past sponsored other entities, but we could talk about it as a team and see if we can do it, if it's feasible, and how much.
Okay, Brad, I did dump two links in the chat. One's the team and one talks about sponsorships. Everything is tax deductible, just like if I donated to this organization. Right. And I can answer any questions if you guys need.
Okay, and we would also strongly encourage any of our members too, if you're interested in helping Pete and his team, feel free to use those links, and we'd love to be able to help our own. So a small example of that is we were using an overseas place to get our foreign print, to get all of our swag and things like that. And we switched over to another member's wife owns Mahoney, I think it's called. They've been doing, that's where we got our backpacks from. They did a great job. So we try to support our own when we can, for sure. And I actually will take a moment here to say thank you to many of our members as well. As some of you may be aware, my mother-in-law had a house fire on Easter evening, evening of Easter, sorry. And she lost everything. And we had posted a GoFundMe, and we got a lot of contributions from a lot of our members. So I just wanted to personally take a moment to say thank you to everybody who contributed. It was a great help. And she wanted me to also extend a great thank you. She was very overwhelmed with the support that she got from people that have never even heard her name before and don't know her. So it's been amazing. So thank you. But yeah, Pete, we will talk about that, and I will definitely make sure to get back to you.
Thank you, sir.
Because we definitely like to be able to support something like that. It's just going to be a matter of what we can do, for sure. And I see someone has their hand up. Robertson?
I did have one simple question. Do you already have a media package for your corporate sponsor? This is my first time on the committee, so I wanted to know what you already have available, just in case I wanted to contact some people.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we have. I'll throw it in the chat here. Johnny, did we throw together an actual flyer, or was it just the one you created with the levels? Was there another flyer, or was that just the one?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, but we've done.
Just wanted to make sure before I will go ahead and put that in the chat for everybody. So if you feel free to share this.
And you said that you already had a list of your normal contacts. Or is
Yes.
that okay?
I guess what he's kind of getting at is if he's trying to reach out to his contacts, is there going to be a crossover?
Well, I can tell you right now that we have contacts we've been dealing with, Lumen and Checkpoint, of course, Dell, People Driven Technologies,
Spectrum Charter,
Microsoft. I know, Mike, you were working with
ServiceNow. I'm trying to get Oracle in. BrookSource.
Tracy
we
Time.
already do, Tracy. We already do have a commitment for a platinum sponsorship this year. So that hopefully the Checkpoint Lumen comes back as a platinum sponsor. And I believe it's Dell and People Driven.
Correct.
Is going to be another platinum sponsor this year. So hopefully we can sell out our sponsorships. There is only a finite area for our vendors and sponsors. So once we fill that, it's going to be full. So.
Yeah, and we are, if we get the response that we're anticipating based on the vendors we spoke to last year who intended on coming back, and ones who had said they were interested but missed the time frame, we should be sitting at between 15 to 20 sponsors this year. So that's not including the local sponsors that don't attend, that just donate.
Just a little update about the ServiceNow one.
Yeah.
So Kate is no longer our account executive, and I know that's who we talked to work with before. However, she is with another vendor and for the state of Michigan. So I do know she wants to come for this. So I'll send her the sponsor info. The new ServiceNow person, however, though, also wants to attend. She was our Cisco sponsor or Cisco rep here at the state of Michigan for years. So she also believes that this should be in there too. So I can give you her contact info if you need it. Or I can just send her the contact info.
Can you just point her to the website?
Yep. I'm going to do that to both of them because they both have already reached out to me and asked if we knew when MISA was going to be open for sponsors. So
awesome, Tammy.
Yep.
And you've got a new employee coming in a week or so?
I'm still working on that. Yes, I am. He called me already about it.
he's with us now.
Yeah.
And I told him that you were on the board, and he's like, great.
Yeah. Him and I already talked. So I'm actually meeting with. We have a new director in our division, so I need to talk with him about having both me and him come this year.
Cool.
Make sure. Yeah. No, it's already in my radar too. So
I know there's a couple of groups that came to the conference last year.
Mm-hmm.
She brought her whole group, and they did on Wednesday at one of the local venues. They had a group meeting. And that's how she sold it to her boss to get their whole group to go. I understand a lot of groups have to leave somebody behind for support, but I thought that was a great idea.
I agree. And again, here was that was the reason why I was asking about the limit.
Yeah.
Right. Because I wanted to take this to a lot of people from the CTO's organization did come last year, but I'd really like to push it out there even more with the directors and the 15s and kind of put that in there that way too.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, that's why I was asking.
And the more of the 15s and above that we get gives us at MISA a little bit more for our sponsors. If we've got a Michelle Lang there, you're probably going to see a little bit higher sponsorship.
Yep.
But like Kate from ServiceNow came out and said, I can get a meeting with Laura Clark tomorrow or within a week. But you guys are the ones that I want to hear from because you guys use our products.
Yep.
So that was
And
that was a great comment from her last year.
yeah. And that is the thing, right? Is that the vendors sometimes have a hard enough time getting down to the service owners and the people that are building the strategies and use the product and taking it back up to those levels. Because that's the data that the Kates of the world use to talk to the Laura's and Heather's and Rex's. Did we also want to talk? Did you guys want me to do outreach to Jamie Bennett as the deputy CISO to see if she could be a speaker and attend?
That would
did
be
we decide on
wonderful.
that? Okay.
Yeah, that would be great, Tammy. Yeah.
Tammy,
right.
you had brought up that you may be interested in hosting the panel this year. Are you still
Did I bring that
interested
up?
in that?
I
Yes, you
can
did.
host whatever. It's been a long day. Yes, I'd be more than happy to host a panel.
Well, we're just building our the agenda out. So we're trying to start getting all our ducks
I
in
know.
a row.
I'm happy to host.
And it's pretty much going to be one of at least 2 seats on the panel right now will be taken. That's what we offer to our platinum sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
If they want.
You can, yes, if they want. But we can talk about it more later. But I just wanted to make sure we had a panel, and I like to switch it up. We've had Brian for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you couldn't have Brian on the panel, but it's pretty much going to be your choice.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yep.
Megan, I see you've had your hand patiently raised for a while.
Yeah, I just wanted to inquire about the thing that's on the screen right now. Is that AI? Because it's not our logo.
It sure is.
That's our new office. What are you talking about, Megan?
That's our office building.
Guys.
It's made by Microsoft Copilot.
Oh, not me crying in internal artist versus AI. But I should point out the reason I noticed at all versus just some sort of 3D filter is the puzzle pieces in the MISA logo are largely representative of equality and the parts are designed to be equal. And the AI missed that very important part.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there. If you want a 3D render of the logo for Fun Skis, I can whip that up. That's no big deal.
That'd be awesome.
Well, and there was one thing that reminds me, thanks, Megan. We do need a new iteration of the logo with our same logo and everything, but just add our website underneath it, if that's a possibility.
All right. We have a tie for the student scholarships for second and third place.
You jinxed it.
And it's a different tie than I posted earlier. So we're going to wait to make the announcement. Kathy had that run in with the deer this morning. So I'm going to give her a little more time. And we can use her as the tiebreaker.
No pressure, Kathy.
Is she on?
Yes. But she was.
She was. I can hit her up though. Oh, she said thanks.
Yeah, she's there. She's there.
Yeah.
So Kathy, if you could submit that soon.
Your boss's boss will give you time to go do that right now.
Oh, thanks, Tammy. All right. It is now 1:00 and I have another meeting, so I'm going to have to go. I will post to the board our winners, probably by close of business today.
As long as Kathy can get her vote in on time. No, again, no double pressure.
Her boss told her to go vote. Her boss's boss told her to go vote right now.
Well, she's got to read them.
Yes.
You want her to do a
Hopefully-
thorough job,
She's had
right?
it. She's had it for 2 weeks. Hopefully all she has to do is vote.
No, she didn't. Remember, we didn't send it to her.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Give her a little leniency.
Oh,
Slave
so
driver.
it's Mike's problem is what you're
No.
telling me.
No,
It was
no, I
Kristen's
didn't.
fault.
It was Kristen.
Oh.
She said
It's a
Oh.
mutual thing.
Yeah.
It was a group, yeah.
Yeah.
Group effort.
Sorry,
Okay.
Kathy, we need to add you to the distribution list. That's our bad.
Okay. Yeah. So can somebody send it to me today and I'll log on and look. Yeah, I took the rest of the day off because it's like I'm dealing with the insurance company and the body shop and my head's spinning.
Kristen, can you forward that email that's got all the applicants on it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Anybody else need it? I could send it to everybody if you want, or just Kathy.
Everyone else has voted.
All right.
So
Yeah, there's
okay.
no pressure to me at all. So
No.
You're good, Kathy. We'll get it in when you can.
And there's only 1 point between first and third place.
So don't vote wrong or you might screw it all up.
yeah, really.
I mean, we could have a 3-way tie. Yep. So, all right, everybody, I gotta go.
Okay.
They're pinging me from my other meeting.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. I got to play this for Johnny because he did a little slight animation for the end. That is the end of the line, everyone. Thank you very much, and we will talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Yeah.
You too. Thank you.